Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I know you made some comments in the whole affirmative action thing about like comparing it to like women's rights and whatnot. So I was just wondering. I know you said so. Let's assume that things are at like 100% right now,
Okay.
equality between men and women,
Okay.
which they're not, to be honest.
No,
But
of course not.
like the last analogy. The last analogy you just made,
Yes.
I don't really see, that's because someone's not as qualified for the job else, which happens in every job, which is fine. I don't really see like how that applies to, you know, like politicians in general, like how many male politicians do you see compared to female politicians? How many males do you see in the room right now compared to females? You know, how many, you know, do people right now respect the book?
Did anyone stop any woman from coming in?
What?
Did any woman get stopped from coming in?
From coming in
Pressing
here?
in a callback.
Yeah. Did anyone get stopped from coming in here?
From coming in this
The
room?
person
No.
Yeah.
getting the callback, like having to see that person and interview them. Because I think like portions of affirmative action don't even like require a certain percentage of hiring so much as it requires certain percentages of interviews. So like they should have the opportunity to state their case.
It's not based on interviews, it's about hiring. The numbers, looking at the numbers in the equal affirmative action, as I've seen them and as I've understood them all my life, is about the hiring position, not how many people we see. Because in seeing them, you're not effectively doing anything to change it. They're changing the standards so that they can get people in. As for women, part of the reason why women are held back is not entirely, I'm not saying it's your fault. I'm saying no one's encouraging. Go out there. Go out there and say, okay, I can do this. We have a mentality out there that says women can't do this, that they have to be treated in a special way. They have to be given special rights to be able to do something.
I mean, like, we're all, you know, all the women here in college or whatnot, we are obviously actively going out there and putting ourselves out there in the work. We're not going to be, like, housewives or anything.
You might be.
Job.
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that. That's what people want to do, but that's not what I personally want. You know,
Okay.
Most of the people here are going to get an education to get a career. Like,
Okay.
most of the people here. But,
Did you need a law? Did you need the government to lower the bar?
no, that's not what I'm saying at all. That's not what I'm saying.
But that is what I'm saying.
Sure, that's fine. But I mean, my question was, you know, I mean, I come to meetings or whatnot, and I have the same opinions, you know, as males or whatnot, but I don't get listened to. I get, you know, oh, it's just a woman's, like you're saying, you know, that's just a woman saying that, you know, or other people, a lot of women, not by every male, I'm not saying that,
Yeah.
but they don't.
May I respond to that?
Well,
I'm
no,
being
she's done.
interrupted by a male right now, like exactly. But you know, a lot of women don't get their opinions as respected or listened to. It's, you know, so I mean, what do you think is the best way to counteract that? You know, obviously, you know, not to give them pat on the back or whatnot, and be like, here's more incentive. But right now, we're not at the same bar. So.
Well, we're never going to be at the same bar. We're never all going to be at the same bar at the same time. It's just not human nature. It's not going to happen. What we can do is encourage those to be leaders and to be mentors, and to, for those who are qualified, give them the positions. What I have women right now who are working with me on my campaign or on my electoral, or my exploratory committee that are critical to what I'm doing right now. That's because they're the best people for it right now. And they'll go with me all the way if they can. That's how we help them, is by doing that. But laws we cannot legislate the way people think. We can't legislate the way people are going to hire or what's going to motivate people. People motivate people. And telling people the honest truth and telling them to go for it, and many of us will fail, but some of us will succeed. That's the honest truth. I'm only here today because of all the people who got beat down, who got killed, who have miserable lives long before I was ever born. They failed. I'm here, I'm succeeding. A couple generations from now, my nephews, they're going to do even better. I don't expect everything today. Will it happen eventually? Yes. But do I want a law to lower the bar so he can only get to here when he can be there? No. And And that's more of what I'm saying. But you wanted to make a quick rebuttal, and then, yes, you just came in, so I'm gonna get to you too.
Yeah, regarding the women's thing, why do you think women are not reaching goals as they want to? I'm asking you.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I think they are. I just don't think that, well, men necessarily work. But I mean, there still is, like, women do not get paid as much as men in, like, a lot of companies. Not every company, but they don't get paid as much as men. Like, it's just.
One thing about that,
I can. Okay, so, well, did you look at their backgrounds, how much they invested in their
Yeah.
education?
Yeah.
But what are the fields that they're most likely to get into?
I mean, I'm not saying that they're going to get more than the other by any means.
But the reason they're getting paid less is because they go into fields that pay less. For
I don't
instance,
think
women
so,
are most likely
honestly.
going into psychology, sociology, and humanities, which normally pays less, versus men who go into engineering, science, and math. If you want equal rights for women, women should be encouraged to take math,
I mean,
science, and things like that in order to have equal pay.
But they're not encouraged.
Yes, they are.
Excuse
No
me.
one's
Excuse
stopping.
me.
Wait.
This is a side conversation for us. We don't want to waste.
Yeah.
this
So
time.
we have very
we're
much
gonna-
time. We have to wrap this up as a club. So
Okay,
if we could
I'll
do only a
stop
couple
right
of
here.
questions.
And we-
and
yes,
then-
yeah.
So yeah.
One final question, and
Well,
then.
I want to ask a couple questions.
And then
we'll
wrap up.
So we
So
gotta wrap
stand
this
up
up.
to
So we
the-
can do it.
Okay. So I held to that.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't even realize we went over.
We have this room reserved for like the rest of the night. So.
So your final question.
Okay, fine. Everyone agrees that politicians suck, but the incumbency re-election rate is still like enormously high, like 90%. So I don't want to get too real here,
Right.
but what do you think like your chances are of beating someone who is an incumbent, seeing as how like it's very, very hard?
Anything's possible.
No, it's very hard. I will not lie. I don't lie to people like this. I am an underdog. Absolutely. Right now, 15% of people approve of Congress. 61% of the nation believes we are on the wrong track. These are data as of last week's polls. We have not had 50% of the public think that the nation is on the right track since before 2009. These are weekly polls that are being going and that are being done. Yet, we have how many incumbents? The majority of them. Well, that's because we're not actively out there, and we're not actively getting choices. Before, sorry, that was my fault. We haven't really had choices out there. How many people have we had that are out there speaking like I do, that are saying the things that I'm saying? Not that they lead the same things, but that they're out there saying we need other options. We need to bring it back. Not a lot.